Greetings and salutations everyone, Crimson Hero here, and welcome back to Let's Play Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. In the last episode, we completed our adventures in Eggman's prison base and made our way into space. That rhymes, haha. And in this episode, we're going to continue on our adventures in space with Knuckles' final stage, Meteor Herd. Like many other stages in this game, I really like the aesthetic. That's a big factor for me that kept drawing me back to this game. It wasn't just the fact that I wanted to A rank every single level, or that I wanted to just play for fun, or to enjoy a good story, or to play in the Chow Gardens. No, a lot of it, especially nowadays since I'm a lot older, I do like all the different level design that they gave this game, and that how each location is very diverse. Now, the thing that I just did with that giant meteor, I punched it into the wall and hit a switch, thus opening this area right down here. If we go down here, to the very bottom, we get the sunglasses power-up for Knuckles. You can see things that you couldn't see before. Just change the action window with the Y button and then press B when it says sunglasses. And then, you just need to jump to deactivate them. See? Hidden extra life that you wouldn't have actually seen anyway else. So yep, just jump and they're gone, but I forgot to take the spring. There we go. But yeah, pretty, it's not really all that important. It's not an important power-up, it's not required to beat the game, it's just a little extra thing to help kind of make the game seem a little bit more fun. It's not necessary by any means, but hey, if you're gonna cover Knuckles in a bunch of awesome gear, you might as well give him a nice pair of shades. But yes, the biggest things that you want to look out for in this stage are the falling meteors, such as that one. The falling meteors, because they will just fall at random. A lot of them seem to go for you specifically, like that one almost did. They like to kind of home in on you at times, so be mindful of those. They will be kind of falling everywhere, so watch where you're going. The second thing is that the level is really, really big. Probably the biggest in the entire game, actually. It's definitely the biggest Knuckles stage, that's for sure. So do be mindful that you will be in this place for a long time when you're looking for the emeralds. Man, 2.5 minutes and we still haven't even gotten a single emerald shard. Then again, I did spend about a minute plus just trying to get the sunglasses. But whatever. I mean, it is possible to get A ranks in all stages and all missions. Really, when it comes down to the emerald collecting, all you have to do is just memorize the levels and find the emerald shards in a quick amount of time without using any sort of hints.
Two more left.
It would definitely help if the radar was like it was back in SA1, but it's possible. I did it, so really anyone should be able to do it. Let's see, where else are we going? Wow, that's a very helpful hint. Big floating platform. I'm pretty sure that we're in space, and there are a lot of big floating platforms around the Ark. Yep. Oh, yeah, I forgot to mention, because we're in space, you actually can jump higher. Slightly, but hey, it definitely helps. Let's see, getting some sort of reaction from the radar. Big floating platform, you mean like one of these up here? Okay, getting closer. Okay, not quite as close. Kind of lost track of it.
It's closer.
Oh, where is it? Where are you? Are you like on the side or something? Let's see, where are you? Ow! Wait. No, I saw it! Ah! Man, these meteors are just relentless today. Should probably get some rings because those meteors are really going for me today. There we go. Ah, really? Really? You game, you give with one hand and you take with the other. Try digging while watching the moon. Well, considering that the moon is halfway blown up, I can't necessarily do that as much as I used to be able to. But yes, it's not talking about the moon in the sky. I don't even think the moon can actually be seen in this level. The moon that they're talking about, I think, is one of the little... There's like little places around the level that have moon and star, like, kind of indentation screens near them. It's kind of hard to explain, but when we get to the emerald and we see exactly what it's talking about, you'll know exactly what it means. Like that. Like this one right here. Little tiny star and moon panels like that. Let's see, we got a reaction from somewhere up here. Let's see. Okay, we're getting a little bit closer.
It's closer.
Oh. Okay, there's the moon. So where is the emerald? Wait. Oh, I need to dig on the side. I get you, game. And after almost 6.5 minutes, we finally beat Emerald Herd. Or, Meteor Herd, not Emerald Herd. Technically, I guess we are herding for emeralds, considering we're collecting them.
That was tough.
And now I get a D rank. I have now successfully gotten every single type of ranking in this game, from A to E. If I didn't spend that minute plus to get the sunglasses, then I would have gotten a slightly better score, but that really doesn't matter. Plus, I got to show you an awesome power-up, so hey, everyone wins.
Long time no see, treasure hunter. Did you find my emerald?
That's a good one. Your emerald. Talking to you is a waste of time.
Alright, so we finally get to fight against the Batgirl in hand-to-hand combat.
Very well.
And her name is Rouge.
I will take it from you.
This is actually the first time they actually know her name from the Hero Side story. Alright, so she's going to attack with her feet, I'm going to attack with my hands. Just need to get over to her. Also, yeah, this happens occasionally. The ground beneath us likes to open up and then send us floating skyward. Proper utilization of the climbing mechanic and the skydive really do help out in this battle. If you can find Rouge and she's standing below you, definitely use the drilling downward strike. Just like she did with me. But I countered with a punch to the face. It's not right to hit it's not right to hit women. Haha. Uh-oh. Also, when you're fighting characters, they do special attacks, just like that one. Uh-oh. Please don't kill me. Good. Alright. One more hit should finish her. Rouge only has 4 HP, so it's not all that hard to beat her.
This can't be true. I never lose.
Get away from my emerald.
Yeah, and we are victorious! Where did the steel bar just come from? Suspension of disbelief!
Stop fooling around and give me back my emerald.
What are you babbling about? You call yourself a hunter, attacking a lady? Shame on you.
What kind of lady goes around stealing gems anyway?
Those belong to me. What in the world? your hands to yourself. Don't touch me.
Is that how you say thanks to someone who just saved your life?
Saving my life. Don't think I owe you one. You just wanted to hold my hand, didn't you? That's why you saved me. You're such a creep.
That's not
This isn't
what
a
happened
joke.
at all.
Think what you want, Batgirl. I was saving the Master Emerald.
No matter what you say, it sounds crazy.
What?
Fine, then just take them. They stink like echidnas do.
If that's what you thought, you should have given me them in the first place. Finally.
You said it, Knuckles.
What?
I'm sorry if I hurt you.
We should get going.
Indeed we should. We still have a little bit more story to take care of. I like that cutscene. It kind of wraps everything up in terms of the dynamic between Rouge and Knuckles. And now we get to play as Sonic in Crazy Gadget. We have to hurry and find Eggman. No time to lose, gotta hurry. There is no time limit, but I like to do it for story-wise. I just like to speed through this as fast as I can. Sometimes unnecessary risks will be taken. Sometimes those risks do lead to dying, but trust me, this level really isn't as bad as you might think it is, especially if you've played it before. As a kid, when I actually beat this stage, I honestly have no idea what I was actually doing. You'll see what happens later, but now that I've played this game for years and have played through this level many, many times, I know exactly how to do a lot of stuff in this stage. I haven't quite mastered it, but hey, I have gotten A ranks in it, so that's okay. Yep. And of course, I mess up when it actually matters the most. So a big gimmick in this stage are these little switches here. They change exactly how the gravity works in the stage. Depending on which way the gravity flows, Sonic will actually then fall or switch over to one of the other walls, whether it's whether it's above him, to the right of him, below him, or to the left of him. Now, for the longest time when I was a child, I actually went to this room right here, and I kept on hitting the button or the switch, pulling the lever that made me drop down immediately, which meant that I would have to... Nope, trying to be careful with this one, I don't want to really lose a life. But yeah, I would always drop down, just straight down, and I would actually have to try to land directly on that railing. The best way to do it is actually to hold the switch that allows you to go to the right, and then grind on the rail that's on the wall. Also, a really good thing that I really like about this stage is when Eggman is commentating and telling you to hurry up. Especially some of his lines that actually are very menacing even. You'll probably hear one a little bit later. These little tiny tube things right here, all you have to do is just homing attack the glass that blocks it off, and then you can enter inside the tube and then get rocketed around to another part of the stage. Like here. Like this one right here. Yeah. Take care of some artificial chaos. Bada boom. And man, there's sure a lot of steel crates around here. Actually, I can't even proceed without getting something to break these steel crates. Man, I hope there's a rocket around here somewhere. Man, where is that? Guess I'll flip the gravity down again. Oh, hey, look! The flame ring! It allows us to do the fire somersault, which allows us to break steel containers. How convenient! There's no need for any rockets. I can break these containers just by myself and the use of a special power-up. Plus, somersaulting with fire around you, well, hopefully you're not on fire, because that would just be painful and also very not good. But if you're doing a somersault and then fire just magically envelops you and makes the somersault even more powerful, that's pretty cool, actually. So we're going to take this slowly so I don't rocket off the edge. Do a light speed dash. And more artificial chaos. Awesome. I didn't actually mean to attack that one dude, but okay. That's the line I really like. It just shows how awesome Eggman is. It's just that he's not really willing to wait. I mean, Eggman is throwing some threats around now. He really does not want to be thwarted this time around. I mean, in Sonic Adventure, he had a lot of destructive schemes planned out. But this time around, he's just pulling all the stops. He really wants Sonic to just get out of his way. So this is the room I was talking about earlier on in stage. When I was a child, I had no idea how this place worked, other than, okay, I need to get from this point to that point, and I need to use the gravity switches to get around the room. Okay, and there are bottomless pits on every single angle. Great! What you want to do is that you want to follow the exact same path that I'm going. Now, this is not the end-all be-all route, because when I was a child, I actually managed to do this in a completely different way, and I'm so surprised, actually, that I managed to do it in the way that I did. So much so, I have never actually attempted to recreate that moment, because it just took me way too many lives when I was a kid, mainly because I just didn't know what I was doing exactly. Understanding exactly where you'll be ending up and how the gravity switches work is essential to solving everything about this room. You'll be using pretty much every single ability that you have in your arsenal, as well as using whatever the room allows you to have to get from one point to another. The goal ring is actually guarded by a shield, and if you attack that shield, you will instantly be knocked out. And by knocked out, I mean you'll lose the life and have to restart right outside the room. So you're going to be using different springs, railings, the gravity switches, the light speed dash, the bounce bracelets, everything that you have to get over to this point right here. We need to flip this switch so that the rocket can appear down at the platform that we just saw. If you can hit that, then get up to this red platform, go down with the gravity, and then flip the switch for the rocket. This is the only way to actually get to the end of the stage. And with that, we're done.
Yes!
6.5 minutes. Oh boy. I'm expecting a C. Yep.
Just made it.
I was really just trying to do this in one life rather than trying to speed run through it. "33 minutes left until the cannon fires. Gotta make this quick." There's Tails, Amy, and Eggman, and here comes the blue hero himself.
Let's take care of business first, shall we, Sonic? Hand over the Chaos Emerald, slowly, and then we'll talk about your girlfriend.
She's not my girlfriend.
That is, if you really care for her.
Handing over the fake emerald, I can kill two birds with one stone.
Put the emerald down right there and back off.
Well, yes, sir. Excuse me.
You turned into a big-time villain, Doctor.
Sonic still cocky to the end. And suddenly this happens, and the entire shift
You thought you
has
could
happened.
trick me with that fake emerald, didn't you?
So, how did you know it wasn't the real one?
Because you just told me, Fox Boy.
Ooh, Eggman did a really big risk there, but he knew it was fake.
Now for a little space ride. The capsule clears the colony back.
I'm counting on you, Tails. Amy, carry yourself.
Well, looks like we're done here.
Farewell, Sonic the Hedgehog.
Sonic! It has the same wavelength and properties, but is less powerful than the real one.
The same wavelength and properties. But can I do this?
Farewell, Sonic, my admirable adversary. Now we have some unfinished business to take care of. If you give me the rare emerald, I will release you both. You have my promise.
Eggman, I am so sick of your shenanigans now.
For the first time, do something for him. I won't let him down. I won't give up.
Stylistically, that fade to red, very nice. But Eggman just did not. He just took out Sonic. That's not cool, man. I'm gonna take him down. Gonna play his tails. Time for a final fight against Eggman. Okay, now this fight, a lot of people have a lot of trouble with this, including me. I occasionally have trouble with this, mainly because, like Rouge, Eggman does like to have his own special attacks. These involve his missiles that we just saw and luckily avoided, as well as this attack right here, a giant laser that if it hits you twice, you're done. But luckily, I narrowly got out of the laser blast and ended up getting the final shot on Eggman. It wasn't pretty, but I did it. He's done. But what's gonna happen now that Sonic's gone?
I feel some strange energy.
What in the world? Whoa, Sonic! You didn't really think he was gone, did you? I mean, come on.
Hey, Sonic! Whoa, I wasn't sure if I could pull that one off. Somehow I managed to use the chaos control.
Chaos control? Are you okay?
I'm worried about Tails and Amy.
I love the switch in music right there. That was awesome. It just hypes you up.
Last chance. Before the cannon fires, I'll slam dunk it in there.
Alright, and now it's a race against the clock. Sonic has to get back to where he was at the Eclipse Cannon before time runs out. One last stage to finish up the story. Final rush, let's rock. Bottomless pits everywhere and a lot of grinding. Oh man, stakes are high. Let's do this. I'm gonna take this obscenely carefully. If I was really feeling like speedrunning this and doing my best and possibly getting an A rank, or at least trying to get one, then I would be a lot more reckless. In this situation, I'm just going to take it pretty carefully and just do what I can to show the stage off and not get myself just utterly destroyed every single time. Because with basically the entire level being a gigantic bottomless pit, yeah, I don't really want to risk all that much, at least right now. Remember to hold down the B button for crouching when while you're grinding on rails. Obviously, it'll keep you going faster, and keeping your momentum and speed definitely does help on a lot of extra sections. If you jump off the rails in these little green sections right here, while you're going at a good speed, you'll actually be doing trick jumps that'll allow you to transfer between rails at in a much better way than if you just jump off of them normally. This is definitely one of my favorite stages. Also, it's the final stage for Sonic, so yep, we're finishing up the story. To get a good footing on these railings and going up them, just homing attack them. But obviously watch out for any enemies, like these artificial chaos. 10 plus years after this game comes out, and they're still pretty obnoxious sometimes. It is actually possible to get... Oh, did it! It's actually possible to get up there just like I showed you. You just need to have make sure that you have enough momentum on the railing to keep going up and then onto the platform. It's a very nice little shortcut. It doesn't save all that much time, but if you're going for a high ranking, it's definitely something that you should try to commit to. Considering that this stage is really, really big and that there are grind rails everywhere, there's a lot of room for experimentation and a really good stage to try out a lot of different shortcuts. All right. And back on rails. Should have jumped that one. Oh man, that was close. Gonna take a little detour here. And instead of following the grind rail, let's take this little rocket here. And now we're way off the beaten path. Hey, that extra life was pretty nice though. And here we go, yet another power-up for Sonic. Though not his final one. I'll show you what I'm talking about in a later episode, but for right now, this is the Mystic Melody. If you find any of these little shrines here, then special events will happen, such as a bunch of rings occurring, platforms appearing, stuff like that. Using the Mystic Melody is pretty much essential to actually beating Mission 3 of most stages. Mission 3 involves finding a lost Chow in every single one of the stages, regardless of what character or alignment you're with. Using the Mystic Melody will allow for different events to happen. Most of the time, they will lead you exactly to where the Chow is. Sometimes you'll have to use the Mystic Melody multiple times, but in this case, we're not going for that, so I'm just going to speed on forward. We should be getting towards the end here. And we have to make one final mad dash forward as we run down this hill while all this debris is falling after us. Can we make it? Just like stage 1, getting followed by a lot of stuff. And one last goal ring. There we go.
Yes!
C rank.
Just made it.
Doing pretty average for the most part. Pretty average run through of the game. Five minutes left.
You never cease to surprise me, Blue Hedgehog.
When did you get here,
I thought
Shadow?
that capsule you were in exploded in
You
space.
know, what can I say? I die hard. You actually saved me, you know.
It was a Chaos Emerald, wasn't it? But there's no way you could have activated the Chaos Control using an emerald that's fake. So, there's more to you than just looking like me. What are you, anyway?
What you see is what you get. Just a guy that loves adventure. I'm Sonic the Hedgehog.
I see, but you know, I can't let you live. Your adventuring days are coming to an end.
I love that cutscene because it builds up to the finale of their rivalry, at least in terms of their normal stories. Time to fight Shadow for the last time. Alright, so Shadow. The Shadow fight that happens here, the second Shadow fight in the game, there's multiple ways you can take care of him. The first 2 hits of his 5-hit health bar can easily be taken out of if you just homing attack him normally. However, when it comes down to the 3rd, 4th, and 5th hits, there's multiple ways you can take care of Shadow. One is that you can actually speed ahead of him, and if he falls behind you, he'll actually fall off the platform and use Chaos Control to catch back up with you. It is possible for him to actually appear right in the middle of a trail of rings. It is possible to attack him with the light speed dash. You can just press B to collect the rings, and next thing you know, you'll hit Shadow, and he'll actually start losing HP. You can also use the somersault in very, very rare occurrences. Another way that you can do it is that you can attack him repeatedly with the homing attack. He'll jump in the air and trying to counter it, but if you keep on mashing the A button, then you will be able to attack him. The final way is to wait for him to use Chaos Spear, his signature move, and you actually have an opportunity to run up behind him and hit him from the back. But like that, Shadow is done. And now we come to the ending of the story for Hero Side. Time for a little bit of closure. But only a little.
Sonic, I did it.
Awesome job, Tails.
Hey, what's Eggman up to?
Sonic!
Look outside.
Ooh.
And with this nice CG cutscene, we're going to end off the Hero Side story with Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. The theme you're about to listen to is It Doesn't Matter by Tony Harnell. It is a remix of the original It Doesn't Matter from Sonic Adventure 1. In the next episode of Let's Play Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, we'll take on the Dark Side story. I'm Crimson Nero, thank you very much for watching this episode, and until next time everyone, fare thee well.
It doesn't matter now what happens. Eggman steals the research from a military base located on an island to the south. The military's top-secret weapon, Shadow, sealed in the space colony Ark, the 7 Chaos Emerald. When all of the keys have been collected, world conquest will be ahead. Sonic Adventure 2, The Dark Side Story. Long live the Eggman Empire.